wearing this thing. Oh, excellent. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you talking to me? What's that?
I'm talking to myself. I'm going through the script.
Oh, nice. Well, we are live on
Oh,
YouTube, just so you know. So it's- we're going to be about 5 minutes, about 5 minutes before we actually get started, but people are joining. Here, I'm gonna plug in my. Be about 5 minutes, about 5 minutes before we actually get started. There we go. All right, now I get to hear myself really nice and close. That's fabulous. Make sure we have everything up that we need. And I was going to send out one more quick email to walk through this all together. Although I've seen a lot of these live things, and oftentimes there's a lot of this meandering that happens in the beginning of the live things and then surprisingly everybody catches up. Like that's kind of how it works. Like, like, oh yeah. So, all right. I also have a PowerPoint in here somewhere. And well, this is going to be fun. How do I work with 748 screens? That's the question. All right. Now that I have PowerPoint and PDF up on the same screen, I'm going to unfortunately block you out a little bit as much as because I can see you over here to my left also. So, and let's put you in
oh, how many
presentation
screens
mode.
do you have?
All of them. I have all of them. I have one here. I have one there. I have one here. And it's not enough. Isn't that the shocker? It's not
I'm
enough. Hello,
actually
Randy
on.
Hunt. Hello. You can never have too many monitors. That is
No,
accurate.
I only
Um,
have the Zoom. I don't have YouTube or anything up. I mean,
you don't
I.
need you don't need YouTube up. I have it up because we're live streaming. So
Got it.
we also have people chatting with us as well. So yeah, so we got
This is
a
going
lot
to
of
be.
fun,
No, it'll
exciting.
make me nervous to see how many people.
Well, it's just going to be me and you here,
Yeah.
so we're just yeah. So we're co-presenting here, and that'll be a lot of fun for us to do that.
Mhm.
And I just want to make sure. I probably should just close all the rest of my screens, but then I'll forget to save something or something stupid, or even better, like my computer will reset on me. I love that. That's one of my favorites. I wake up, I come in and log in, and all of a sudden everything is
Yes.
fresh. I'm like, no, that's not how I wanted that. That wasn't my plan.
No, stop it. Why does that do that? I don't like that.
So
Oh,
after we
yeah.
do our introductions,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go into a little bit more of. I want to recognize the finalists, so I want to go through that group first.
Okay.
It won't give it away necessarily who is in, but I did want to. It's just such a. I mean, we've had so many submissions, and I feel like not recognizing the 20 that didn't get in would not be appropriate. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I just want to make sure.
So I will just read things with my mouth closed.
Yeah, what I need to do though is I need to switch you to be in my ears. All right, now talk.
Can you actually hear me
Yes.
well enough?
I can. Now you're in my ears, so it's not going to get an echo because my mic won't pick you up also at the same time. All right, that is excellent. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So far, we have six, it looks like, online watching us on YouTube. I expect that number to grow pretty fast. Let me just pop over to, just real quick, pop it into our Broken Arts channel on Facebook. Do, do, do. Oh, for the first time in forever, I'm actually not logged in under Broken Arts. That's weird because usually defaults that way. Thank you, Facebook. Um, Join us for the reveal.
I wanted Cal Riley to get the MVP for I'm looking at your hat, for the American League. I was bummed.
So was I.
I'm a
So was
Yankee
I.
fan and I was bummed. I'm like,
Oh man, yeah, that is tough. My 8-year-old was ecstatic. He's a Yankees fan
I
also.
know he is.
Yeah.
If I ever
So
get a ball, like seriously, I'm
yeah.
ever able to get something, I'll let him know.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. That sounds great. That sounds great. All right. So now I have to find which screen I put this video on. There it is, I think. No, that's not it. Yep, that's the 8-year-old laughing at me in the background. I don't
All right,
think
so
you're
I'm not going
it.
to do pages. I'm just going to do down arrow.
You know what? If I just alt tab, I'll find it. Boom. Nailed it. All right. All right. So we're starting to grow a little bit of an audience here. So welcome, first of all, to Make Me Laugh Selection Show. Um, and we are excited to
Mhm.
have one of our performers, producers, and soundscape engineers. She's a book on tape narrator as well. Or is that what they call them now? I'm not sure what they call them.
Audiobooks?
Audiobooks,
Book on
yes.
tape. I haven't heard that in ages.
Well, that shows my age a little bit. If the gray in my beard didn't show my
That's
age, that shows my age, right? Sorry about
awesome.
that. Yeah, so
Book
let
on
me
tape.
introduce you. This is Claire Shadray. Claire, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Um, as you can see, I am one of the performers, producer, soundscape engineer, and I'm here with Joe. I'm so glad to be here. This is going to be fun. This is the first, I'm going to say the first round or first edition of this Make Me Laugh, which I'm
yes, it
very
is.
excited about. So
Yeah, very excited. And I think the world is excited. First of all, I think the world wants to laugh right now, right?
I
Like I
think the
think,
world needs to laugh right now.
yeah. So we had this was our largest submission pool ever. So we ended up with 480 total submissions.
That's amazing.
Right. Totally amazing. Totally amazing. And it's one of those things where like as as our reputation continues to grow with the quality of art we're creating, it's clearly showing that writers specifically want to have us do their shows. And that is so important. That is so important. Sorry, I just read the chat and Bernie said something about at least I didn't say book
It's
on eight
okay.
track.
I know I skipped some stuff, so I was just
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so my name is Joe Swinson. I'm the president of Broken Arts Entertainment. Claire is a Massachusetts-based performer. We're both in New England, although
yes, we
we've never met in person. That's kind of crazy, right?
are. Yes,
um,
absolutely not.
yeah, you should recognize her voice though, despite the disparity in accents she uses. She plays major roles in two of our series. In A Fragile Mind, she is our alleged, I'm going to say alleged, um, antagonist, Shelley Pendergrass. But there's more to that. And then in our in our Just in Time, our comedic series, which is really I very rarely write comedy, but I wrote comedy. And Just in Time is an award-winning. Well, it started off as an award-winning play, has been produced all over the place as a play, and we turned it into a series. And Claire plays Penny Pincier. Did you prepare any of those accents tonight?
Mm, well, I can get into the southern quite quickly. I would have to do a little bit more for Pincier.
Penny
A
Pincier.
little
I love that so much. That's
Pincier.
great. That's
Get the
great.
R.
Yeah, got to get the R. Got to
I
get
have to
the
get
R.
the R.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna chat a little bit about the process, a little bit about Broken Arts as well, and how important it is that we continue to provide lift to emerging artists. That's such a big part of who we are. And one of the things and I mentioned this in an email I sent out to everybody that was invited to this reveal, and then some. I mean, some that aren't invited as well. I mean, wait, that sounded so rude. Um, Anybody is invited to the reveal. We'd love for anybody to listen to the reveal, but we are very close to 1 million engagements in 2025, and it's hard to think about what that how we've done this. And a lot of it is because we're disruption to the genre. We don't play by radio show rules. We don't play by traditional audio drama rules. Like we are literally breaking art as we go and creating and really trying to get a market share and put a foothold in being one of the premier audio drama production companies in the world, and that's what we're doing. Our show Choose the Bear has had so many rave reviews as an example. So yeah, so it's I think it's really incredible what we're doing, but we don't do it without people like you who started off as a performer and then kind of moved into producing and then also into sound engineering, which kind of did both of those at the same time. So talk to us a little bit from your perspective about Broken Arts Entertainment.
I was I sort of fell into this because I ended up one of the players. I'm going to say I think Ruben knew my friend Kat, and she knew I was looking for something, and so she's wonderful. She will like let me know you need to try out for this. You need to try it. You have the setup, and that's how I ended because they did a play during COVID, and they did a play
Mhm.
on the screen online during COVID, and that's how I ended up finding out about it, and I absolutely love it. It's an outlet. It's a way of acting without actually having to be somewhere for 3 nights a week. The
Right?
plays are amazing. They're thought provoking, and it is a wonderful group of people. And so if you're not a listener, if you can listen, great. If you can't, if you want to become a part, that's it. It is like it's for everyone. And it's something that I am very, very grateful I'm a part of. And I love to see how much it has grown.
Yeah, for sure. And really, and growth is incredible. We've had now over the last 2 years, because of the anthologies, we have had over 100 writers, 100 different writers that we have produced their work for. And I'm going to talk about it in a little bit, but we have this really cool thing that by the end of the year we're going to do for anybody who has been selected more than once as a writer through the anthologies. And I think it's really cool. It's a great opportunity for us to just continue to help people grow their art. And again, speaks to our mission, right? Which is to really to provide that lift, provide. I hate to use the word opportunity because opportunity can have like a negative connotation as well because we're not exploiting anybody, but it does give people the opportunity to share their own work, and they can use it in a lot of different ways and to make it more accessible, easier to find, is definitely one of our goals. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later in our conversation. So that's going to be fun. This year, in fact, we have received 1,108 submissions, right? That's
That is
mind-boggling,
just
right? Yeah. And when I think about these theater festivals that are out there, and we're not a theater festival, that's not us. We're definitely trying to build a community, a sustainable community, kind of like Zenith Aerospace for those of you that have listened to Choose the Bear. We're really trying to build this sustainable community of artists who are contributing to Broken Arts Entertainment's mission, but also contributing in other ways as well. And so that's and knowing that we have had 1,100 submissions this year is just phenomenal. We'll never cap it. That's not our
oh,
goal. So our goal is always to continue to foster, find the best, find the best. That's really our goal. Um, so before we get into the other stuff, I just want to talk a little bit about, first of all, we ended up with 40 total finalists, and um we could produce we could have produced all 40 shows. That's how great these shows were. And we used this 10-point system to so every reader for the finalists, anyway, for the finals, went through 10 different questions, and which made it really, really important for us to get the right ones. and we had 5 shows that were unanimous selections through this process, which is incredible. And it's a new process, so it's the first time we've had 5 shows unanimously selected. In fact, some of the times, what's really great about Broken Arts Entertainment is we can't really agree on what we want, or and everybody's got different biases that come
Mhm.
into what's going to be great and what's not. I mean, one of the shows that was unanimous was the worst show in somebody else's reading, so you never know, right? You just never
Mhm.
know. And if you weren't selected, it's not because the work wasn't great. You were one of the top 40. Your shows were one of the top 40 shows out of 480 total submissions. That is an incredible accomplishment, right?
That's
That's such an
amazing.
incredible. What's that?
Oh, that's just amazing. I'm like 480. That's just
Yeah, it's so incredible, so incredible. And I did want to recognize, and I'm not going to name them by name. They're going to get an email from me later, but I do want to recognize the ones that didn't get in. That first of all, you guys are great, and a lot of them are repeat submission, or repeat writers. And so there's a part of me that obviously feels bad, but there's a part of me is also super humbled and honored that they continue to submit to Broken Arts Entertainment, and maybe you didn't get in this time, but keep submitting. Like,
please
don't
keep
stop
submitting.
submitting. Right. Keep submitting. Because, I mean, and the way our trajectory is right now, like, this seems to be, we're continuing a growth pattern. Like, we had 300 submissions for Loved Ones season 2. I expect it to be a little bit bigger. We had 390, almost 400 submissions for the Future anthology that broke the season one's record, and then 480 for Make Me Laugh. So, when I think about like the big anthologies that we do, that's just incredible. It's so
Yes.
amazing. So amazing. All right. So, um, in addition, and everything's anonymous.
Yeah.
I think that's the really cool thing, is that it's 100% anonymous. Now, 16% of the shows that are submitted are immediately eliminated because they weren't submitted anonymously. When you've got 480 shows to go through, I want to thank those that are not submitting anonymously to make it easy for me to get rid of their shows. And they might be amazing. They may be amazing, but I've got 480 shows to figure out and curate, get it down to a certain specific number. And if 16% of you, which if you're doing the math with me at home, carry the
No, I'm
7, it's a
not.
lot. It's a lot. So a lot of shows are immediately out. Um, but and they may have been amazing, but if you can't follow the rules, I can't produce your work.
Yeah.
That's a tough place to be, right? Um, but they are completely anonymous all the way through to the end. The readers, unless they've accidentally come across the work, have no idea who the writers are. And this is what's so incredible about this. We've had Emmy Award winning writers, Oscar nominated writers. We had a dramatist desk winner submit to us. We have people with pen names because their real names are too famous. I've signed 2 NDAs for shows, for writers, because I can't divulge who they are. I can tell you who their pen names are, but I can't divulge who they are through this process, which is really cool. Like, I mean, yeah, right. It's like, yeah, spill the tea, Joe. I'm not going to do it, especially live on YouTube. That's not happening. But and who knows? We may have more pen names in this group. I don't know. I don't know. But each show has gone through this anonymous process and has been read a minimum of 8 times.
Wow.
Yeah,
8 times.
incredible.
And so, Joe, I know
Yeah,
you could go on, and I know how much you love to talk
yeah.
about broken
I
arts and the mission. But
know.
I think everyone is here to find out if their show got into the anthology. Maybe, just maybe, can we do that for the people? Give the people what they want.
Of course we can. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Let
Let
me
me.
know when you're ready.
Yeah, yeah. I will. Let me see if I can start this slideshow from the beginning. Um. Ooh. I wonder. All right. Let me share my screen now. So yeah, we're gonna go with screen 3, I guess. You should see on your screen now,
Woo!
Make Me Laugh Winners 2025. And hopefully, did that stay?
Yes, it is. I see it.
Oh, great. Okay. Because now I see this is where I could use one more screen because we have
Yes,
our
you need one more.
script.
He has 3 right now. He needs 4. You know, you have 4. You need 5?
No, I have three. I need
You have
four. I
3.
need a
He
fourth
needs
one.
he needs more.
Yeah, I need a fourth screen. All right, let's go ahead and get started then. And we're going to take it away, Claire.
Thank you. An eccentric Uber driver picks up a mysterious young woman who seems desperate to disappear, triggering a chaotic, heartfelt ride filled with paranoia, blunt philosophy, and unexpected soul searching. As police sirens close in and secrets unravel, this unlikely duo discovers that sometimes you have to fix what's inside before you can escape what's outside.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like an potential action comedy.
Yep.
That's really cool. Let's take a where do I hit? There it is. A Simple Trip to the Airport by Stratton Rushing. This is Stratton's first show with Broken Arts. Stratton is based in the Dallas, Texas area and holds an MFA in dramatic writing from Arizona State University. He's a Wildcat. I actually know the baseball coach there. That's a
Ooh,
weird segue. Where he was recognized as an outstanding graduate for excellence in innovation and creative practice. All right, our next one.
congrats.
Congrats, Stratton.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are. Go for it.
Perfect. When a smug, long tenured theater critic is summoned to his editor's office, he is forced to explain a review of a play he apparently didn't even attend. What follows is a sharp, hilarious interrogation about ego, integrity, and whether he's been faking it for decades.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. And a little meta for us. That's great. I love a little
Yeah.
meta humor. That is Armchair Critic by Nikki Denovan. Nikki is a UK-based playwright, and this is Nikki's first show with Broken Arts. Nikki won Best Screenplay at the British Animation Film Festival's Lottie Reiniger list for scripts of outstanding achievement, which might be the longest award title in the history of award titles. She has had her work featured on BBC Radio and at the Edinburgh Fringe and Latitude Festival. So, congratulations, Nikki.
Yes, congratulations. All right, on to the next. A church leadership team brainstorms increasingly unhinged marketing ideas to boost Easter attendance, spiraling into generational miscommunication, slang confusion, and divine level chaos. When the pastor unveils a wholly promotional master plan, the question becomes, can salvation be buy one, get one?
Ooh, who doesn't love a good BOGO? All right. That is Black Good Friday by Cam Eichmeyer. This is Cam's second show with Broken Arts Entertainment. Cam's first show was the hit Merry Birthday of July, starring Randy Hunt, Emma Euclides, and Bentley Swenson, and has been listened to over 11,500 times. It's
That's
actually part of
amazing.
our festival level shows. That's not real the true name of it, but it's on Spotify. You can find it on Spotify or Podbean, Apple Podcasts. And what we've done is we've taken all of our 15-minute or more shows and we're putting them on 2 to 3 a week, because of the algorithm. And that Merry Birthday of July was one of the first ones we put on. Cam is also based out of Colorado. And while I could ruin the surprise, he only has one show currently, so I won't ruin it yet. All right, all right. The
Okay,
announcement I was going to make, I was thinking, should I
don't
do it now?
ruin.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to
All
ruin.
right,
Okay,
all right. You're
okay.
okay.
Next one.
Next one. A group of medieval knights sip tea and gossip
Mm.
until one joke goes too far and sparks a deadly, absurd chain of misunderstandings. What starts as chivalric banter devolves into panic, murder, and a realization that maybe some knights shouldn't be trusted with swords at all.
Oh man, I love medieval stuff. Like
Yes,
I am a huge I love
I would go to
anything
so
medieval,
many Ren fairs if I could.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and the soundscape. Oh, that's gonna be this.
That's
I
going to be
mean, just
fun.
having read this show, I mean, I think the soundscape itself is gonna be worth the price of admission, which currently is free. Let's talk about it. This is By the Sword by Dominic Moore. This is Dominic's first show with Broken Arts. We can't wait to get to know Dominic as we couldn't find anything on the internet to tell us who they are. Could be a pen
Ooh.
name. We've had it happen before, like I said. Send
Mysterious.
me the NDA, Dominic. Or whoever you are.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right. A nervous vampire hunter shows up for a blind date at a late night coffee shop, only to discover their match is an actual vampire with a romantic streak. Awkward flirting, mistaken assumptions, and caffeinated tension swirl into a gothic cute meets cute neither of them expected.
Oh man. Now, this one comes from our resident vampire, zombie, all kinds of great
Yay!
style of writings. It's Cole Zuback. It's Coffee In. Coffee In. I'm not sure. I haven't figured out what the EE is for, but we'll figure that out. This is actually Cole's fifth show with Broken Arts. Previously, we produced Cole's Rotted, Feeling Batty, A Three Wish Bar, and A Lot of Time to Think. And then now I will announce. I'll make the special announcement now.
Ooh, okay.
We are excited to also announce that on YouTube by the end of this year, uh, every artist who's had multiple shows produced by us, every writer who's had multiple shows produced by us, will have their own playlist. We've already built Cole's. Cole's is called Cole Zubak's playlist.
Very
Yeah. So anybody who has had multiple shows produced
great.
by Broken Arts Entertainment will have their own playlist. How cool is that?
Oh, that is so great.
Yeah. Cole is a graduate of Michigan State University, but currently works for the University of Michigan. What? That's like my sister-in-law, who got a bachelor's from UNC, but a master's from Duke, married a guy from Duke, hates Duke, but her husband is obsessed with Duke and hates UNC. Actually, on second thought, the two aren't actually related. My bad.
Oh my goodness. Oh, let me get to the next one. I was having too much fun with that one.
Sorry about
Oh no,
that.
it's okay. Let's see. Okay. Two widowed strangers meet for a gentle, hopeful coffee shop date until subtle hints reveal that Nick may be far older, far jollier, and far more mythic than he lets on. Holly pieced together the truth. Their sweet small talk becomes a magical, hilarious unraveling of Christmas legend.
Now, it's really too bad we won't be producing these before Christmas
I
because
know,
that would be amazing. But similar to the playlist that we're creating, we'll also be continuing with holiday things as they come out, holiday themed things. We put those into playlists. Like we have a Mother's Day, Father's Day,
right.
Valentine's Day. We already have those playlists if you go to Broken Arts, if you go to our YouTube channel and check them out. This one is Dating Clause by Robert Weebazal. This is Robert's second show with us. Robert's previously produced show was Dive-In Intervention. Who doesn't love a good couch? That's all I'm gonna say.
So, I don't see the screen changing.
Uh-oh. Oh
We're
yeah,
still
good call. How about now?
beautiful.
Yay! Dive-In Intervention is from our Good Vibes Summer Season 2. By the way, Robert Weebazall was a contestant on Jeopardy in 2017 and wrote the books The Wicked and the Dead and The Dead Don't Forget. Following the life of screenwriter sleuth Billy Winnetka, Robert lives in Southern California. All
I'm gonna
right.
look him up on YouTube now, see if any of those are there.
Yeah, I mean actually
Jeopardy.
there's a picture of him with Alec Trebek if you Google Robert Weebazall. There's a picture of him with Alec. Yeah, it's
We're a
pretty cool.
Jeopardy house. We love our Jeopardy. So,
Oh, nice.
all
Nice.
right, next. A desperate man hires a genealogist hoping to uncover.
Oh, let's pause right there. I think we
Oop,
went one too far.
sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, the one before it.
Doot, 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 doot. Let me know.
It starts a married couple whenever you're ready.
Oh, phooey. Let's
Yeah.
see. How did I jump that one? Oh, yeah. Whoops. I
That's all
skipped
right.
a page. Sorry.
No, hey, that's what doing it live is the most fun, right? That's great.
All right. So then I missed it again.
Do you want me to do it?
Uh, yeah. Why can't I get to this one? It won't let me.
That's all right. I can do it.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, got it. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Whew. A
Whew.
married couple battles the most fearsome enemy modern parenting has ever seen. An online summer camp registration portal that opens at 9 a.m.
Oh,
sharp.
man, that is the
I don't
worst.
even want to know. As
Yeah.
the clock ticks, tensions rise, technology fails, and their relationship is pushed to its absolute limit in the painfully relatable comedy.
Yeah, first of all, I mean 100% on this. And at 9 a.m., that's late. That's late in
Is
the
that
day.
late?
They usually do it at like 6 a.m. And it's not just online summer camps, but it's also like after school programs and things like that. And you've got to be first because it's first come, first serve. And the second you know it's there, I mean, I've watched my wife clicking refresh over and over again to try to get the boys into something. And yeah, it's crazy. It is. I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to this one. This one is Fresh Hell by Brian Cern. This is Brian's first show with Broken Arts Entertainment. I don't have a lot of information about Brian, but he is from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota, and this actual show, Fresh Hell, was presented recently at the Midwest Dramatists Conference. So very cool.
Very.
Yeah,
All right. So, am I on the Desperate Man Hires? Is
we
that the
are.
correct one?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're there now.
My screen kept on jumping.
Sorry about that.
All right. A desperate man hires a genealogist, hoping to
Yes.
uncover a glamorous ancestor to impress a girl, but instead ends up with Dorcas Shaw, his furious, resurrected Puritan grandmother. Okay. That's just so awesome. Chaos erupts as past and present collide, revealing family secrets, witch trial trauma, and a wish he instantly regrets.
Oh man, this is going to be comedy gold. Not that the others aren't. The others are as well, but this is going to be really
I
funny.
just like genealogists.
A genealogist, yeah. And this is Genealogy by Gene. I'm gonna say Ciampi. I'm gonna go with that until Gene corrects that. Who happens to be from just outside Houston, Texas. Gene has also lived everywhere, including Saudi Arabia, and is the founder of the T43 Playwrights Collective based in New York City. So genealogy. That'll be fun. All
Yeah.
right. Our next one.
Next one. All right. Bowser the dog shares his sacred worldview of his human gods, only to have his faith shaken when a new cat and a skeptical rat challenge everything he believes. A hilarious theological tailspin unfolds as Bowser questions dogma, divinity, and his place in the household cosmos.
So when I read the title of this show, there was so much of me that was hoping that it would have to do with Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers. I was just like, yes, this is gonna. And then when I read the first couple of words, I was so disappointed but then I finished it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
How
It
could you
is
be
the gut.
disappointed with dogs?
No, no, but Bowser.
Bowser, I know.
Right, yeah. This is the Gospel according to Bowser by Dan Borngasser, who it was born in Texas, or second consecutive Texas playwright, raised in Arkansas before going to school at Northern Illinois University. He's found his way back to Arkansas and becomes our first Arkansas-based writer for Broken Arts. Dan has written sci-fi stories, plays, screenplays, and greeting cards.
Ooh, I always
Ooh.
wanted to do that.
Yeah, right. I
I always
know.
wanted to write greeting cards.
Greeting cards. That's awesome.
I
That's
think.
awesome.
Okay. All right. On to the next. When the Norse god of thunder crashes indefinitely in a suburban family's home, he eats them out of house and home, racks up a massive phone bill, and ignites domestic chaos. As Thor's mythic mess collides with everyday life, one mild mannered dad reaches his breaking point.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This was one of our unanimous selections. This
Woo!
is Gother Damerung, Thor's Shocking Story by Terry Faust, who is also based in the Twin Cities, in Minnesota, and is a published author of Bearer of the Pearls, an urban young adult fiction fantasy novel, and won the Loft Literary Center's first prize in young adult fiction for his novel To Build a Blackbird.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just trying to make sure my skin doesn't my skin my screen doesn't jump on me here. So all right, let's get to the
Yeah.
nope.
I dug deep for the history on these on the playwrights.
Yeah,
So I mean it's all public information. I
right.
didn't ask for anything in advance.
Okay. You're a sleuth. Well,
Exactly.
I was really wondering how you were going to say that one, by the way, because I was looking at it and I'm like, I have no idea.
There's too many consecutive letters.
There's too many. All right, so here we go. An intergalactic traveler falls head over heels for a human astrophysicist and decides the ultimate romantic gesture is relocating Earth itself.
Obviously.
But when his skeptical, shape shifting mother tags along, their Staten Island ferry rendezvous erupts into cosmic chaos, selfies, seagulls, and threats of planetary theft. Love has never been this astronomically, let's see if I'm saying this right, astronomically complicated.
You said it great. That was beautiful. And here's what's really crazy about this. This will not be the first show that we've produced that was done on the Staten Island ferry with selfies. We have another show that is done on the Staten Island ferry with selfies. It's called Tiny Man on Ferry. This one is I Love an Earthling by
Aww.
Rex McGregor. And this is Rex's first show with Broken Arts Entertainment. However, he is the ultimate testament to keep submitting. He's a five-time finalist with Broken Arts who hadn't broken through until this anthology. And it's quite the achievement. So he breaks through with I Love an Earthling. Rex is our first New Zealand-based playwright.
Oh, wow. What
Yeah.
time is it there?
In New Zealand, it is, hold on, let me think,
I might
because
have to
my
look up
boss
on the.
used to live in New Zealand. So it's like noon tomorrow.
All right, because Sydney, I have to look. I use my Fairy Box, the iPhone.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have 12:32 p.m. in Sydney, but I don't know if it's one
So
more
it's,
hour
no,
or
it
if
would be, yeah, so it would be um earlier.
Rex, you can
Yeah, maybe somebody could post it in the chat
yeah,
on
somebody
YouTube.
post it.
We'll look at it later. We'll look at
Who's right?
who is right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
All right.
On to the next. Da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Merle, a depressed grocery store employee, is told by a celestial being to give up, but
Oh.
accidentally becomes a hero when he stops a mayonnaise covered robber with a mop. As the universe scolds him for refusing to spiral, his chaotic coworkers rally around him and prove that even small, sticky victories matter. A comedy about resilience, self worth, and the people who won't let you quit on yourself.
All right. Awesome. What a great premise. This is Merlot LeMay with Mayonnaise by Jacqueline Floyd Priscorn. This will be Jackie's third show with Broken Arts Entertainment. Her first show was Soft Rains for the Future Anthology Season 1, and her second show was Under the Stones. And obviously, we will be building a Jackie
Jackie
playlist.
playlist.
Yay! Jackie is a Michigan-based writer, and if you're not following her on YouTube, you are missing out on all kinds of wildlife that wanders into her yard. Her cameras pick them up at night, and I get notifications from it all the time. So it's great. It's
All right,
great.
I have
So
to do that now.
yeah, go to her YouTube channel and subscribe. And the most recent things are a couple of deer. There's a raccoon occasionally. Like I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's fun to see what pops up on her camera. And she always narrates a little bit too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. All right. Okay. A raucous book club quickly devolves into brutally honest conversations about pap smears, desire, infertility, identity, and the liberating power of saying the unsayable. Through laughter, shock, inappropriate voices, and heartfelt confessions, four women realize that friendship isn't about perfection, it's about truth. Irreverent, joyful, and unexpectedly profound.
This was another one of our unanimous selections, and um, it's it was in the top. So we had 8 readers, and it was in the top 4 of all 8 readers. So every show had 8 readers. Yeah, it was in the top 4 of all. One of two shows that that can make that claim. The show is called My Vagina Has a First Name by Dana Hall. Dana is a Chicago based writer and
Oh,
performer. And if you're not following her on the socials, you're missing out on someone who is mastering the art of momentum in these arts. She's constantly being produced. She's also a Broken Arts Entertainment Company member. She's also not one to brag about herself, but prefers to lift the work of others, which is aligned with what we do here at BAE. Dana is a multi time finalist for the Lanford Wilson New American Play Festival, a top finalist for AACT or ACT New Play Fest. Today was also the last day to catch her show, Refracted Light, in Pittsburgh. And I hope people got to see that. Her show, The Sun's Shadow, is one of the most popular shows in the history of Broken Arts Entertainment with over 15,000 listens. This is Dana's fourth show with Broken Arts, and she will be getting a playlist. Their previous shows are Ahava, The Sun's Shadow, and the incredibly spooky This Is Our Spring. Congratulations, Dana.
yay!
Yay.
All right. A romantic night in a luxurious New York apartment unravels when a young woman excitedly announces she lost her virginity to Ed Sheeran, only to discover the man she slept with is very much not Ed Sheeran. As the truth closes in, Ed scrambles to confess his real identity before the fantasy collapses. A sharp comedy about miscommunication, delusion, and unexpected tenderness.
Wow. Wow. I mean, just the fact that we get to tag Ed Sheeran in a show is going to be fantastic. This is not that Ed by Mike Byham. This is Mike's first show with Broken
Great.
Arts Entertainment, but Mike is very familiar with us, to us as we are to him. You can find Mike's contributions all over BAE's socials through likes and comments and submitting shows. Mike represents a long list of Texas-based playwrights and performers that have been a part of the Broken Arts landscape over the last 2 years. By day, though, Mike is an engineer, probably something to do with airplanes. Just throwing that out there.
All right. Moments before her quickie wedding, a bride with cold feet burst into a cleaning employee's space, begging for guidance. What follows is a hilarious, chaotic, unexpectedly intimate heart to heart involving blind threesomes, questionable life choices, and one cleaner's reluctant attempt to channel every rom com she's ever absorbed. Sometimes the best advice comes from the last person you expect.
Sometimes, all the time. In my world, anyway. This is Second Thoughts by Robert J. LeBlanc. Bob, as we like to call him, is a Massachusetts-based artist, one of the most prolific murder mystery dinner writers, murder
Yes.
mystery dinner and event writers on the planet. This will technically be Bob's second show with us, as we are under contract to produce his incredibly heartfelt drama, Familiar. That is scheduled for release in January. He's the owner and operator of Sleuths Mystery Entertainment, and you can learn more at www.sleuthsmystery, all one word, .com. If someone could put that in the chat, that would be amazing. It won't be us.
All right. I want to make sure I'm on the right page.
Yeah,
At a
at a,
script reading.
that's it. That's the one.
Yes. All right. I can use the technology. I really, really can. Okay. At a script reading, a young playwright is shredded, defended, dismissed, uplifted, and eviscerated, all in the same room. As four artists argue over whether his new work is brilliant or a steaming pile of dog waste, ego, pretension, passion, and utter absurdity collide as feedback spirals into theatrical warfare, a meta comedy about art, honesty, and creative chaos.
All right. This one is Shakespeare by me.
Wow!
It's odd to talk about myself. And here's what's really crazy is I submit just like everybody else does, and nobody knows it's my shows. And it's so crazy to see my shows continue to advance. In the future anthology, I had three shows that were finalists, and all three hit the mark that needed to be selected, but it felt odd to put all three shows in. So I made the company decide on which three shows or which show would get in.
Out of the
Uh,
three.
yeah, out of the three. Yeah. And the company decided on Day Month Year, which is incredible. It's one of the most listened to shows of 2025. And it's great because then I have two other shows potentially to put in at some other date. And with this, I had two shows that actually made selection. I had both shows scored very high in the top 10. And but again, I don't want to, while it's great to hear my words, it is my company. It is fun that way. I want to
Right.
give the opportunity to others. I don't want it to just be me, and I'm humbled that I am included amongst these incredible artists. So many that I look up to, and have gotten to know, gotten to known. Apparently, I need to work on my English. And I know that I'm more known for the heartfelt or heart-wrenching or tension-filled dramas. So having a comedy selected feels pretty good. So I'm very grateful to the readers and can't wait for you guys to hear it.
All right. Two newlywed husbands finally get a moment alone on their wedding night until Layden's wildly over-involved parents burst into the honeyroom suite armed with snacks, sex advice, and a suspiciously comprehensive binder. What follows is an escalating, mortifying showdown of boundaries, love, and parental overshare. A farcical, heartfelt queer comedy about starting a marriage with the in laws way too close.
Oh man. This one is Snacks, Drugs, and the Sexual Appetite of the Gays by Steve Martin. Not that Steve Martin, but he's doing okay. Actually, you can find that in his bio on New Play Exchange. That's exactly what he says, and it's also how he introduced himself to me, and that's what he does. How he introduces himself to the world. This is Steve's first show with Broken Arts Entertainment. Steve is an Indiana-based playwright, and when I started writing plays, this is going way back to 2019, 2018, somewhere in there. He was one of the first playwrights I talked with, like directly, like we had a phone conversation, and he helped kickstart this portion of my artistic world. So he's one of those inspirational voices that the things that he told me about the art, things that he told me, especially about rejection and about how to deal with trauma and things like that, and um, how authentic you can be and cathartic it is to work through trauma through writing, were things I'll never forget from that conversation. Also, this show was one of the only shows that was in the top three of all 8 readers lists, including the number one show of 3 of our readers. So kudos to Steve Martin. This was another unanimous selection.
Yay. Okay, let's see. Convinced her goth teenage daughter is possessed, based on an uptick in geometry grades, loud music, and a found Ouija board. An overzealous mom orders an online exorcism kit and gets to work. But when her daughter reveals she might actually be, and I'm going to have trouble, and I don't know if I can say this word, Andrielphus?
I think so. That's a
All
good
right,
call. I
yes.
think so.
This whole reading thing, I don't know what. Andrielphus, 54th demon of the underworld, the household descends into holy water, chanting, and chaotic family therapy. A hysterical battle of will between a fed up teen and a mother who believes everything she reads on the internet.
Yeah, that's such a great setup. This is the Exorcism Kit by Laura Feisenmeyer. This is Laura's first show with Broken Arts Entertainment, and she's our first Alabama-based writer. Laura is on the board of the International Center for Women Playwrights, and her specialty is Southern comedy and apparently demons. So,
Demons.
yeah, we'll find out more about that, though.
I knew I was going to I could see the brake lights coming when I saw that. It doesn't matter how much I practice.
That's awesome.
All right. A department store return clerk face down flu. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be a do-over.
Ooh, I think that's right. I think we jumped ahead again, unfortunately.
Oh, geez, Louise.
We're at the In a Noir Style.
In a noir style.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I don't want to
Oh, it's
ruin it.
me. It's because me and tech.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did you find it?
In a
Yeah.
noir style Sesame Street meets detective drama, Omar, the grumpiest trash can dwelling PI, is hired to find a missing pet rock before it ruins the rock music festival. With dames, vampires, shady monsters, and pun filled clues lurking everywhere, the case becomes a race against time and absurdity. A playful parody brought to you by the letter I for investigation.
This is such an exciting show. The Street Has Eyes by Greg Lamb. This is Greg's third show with us after Interventions and Biggest Fans in the After Times. This show was a polarizing read for our readers, and just to give some transparency, was the only show to receive a perfect 10 in the finalist round from any of our readers, and which solidified it itself in the anthology. But the show also received a sub 4 rating from another reader. So this is very much in the vein of sometimes it fits with somebody and hits the mark, and sometimes it misses. And so, but that put it in. Greg is a Boston based playwright, screenwriter, and board game designer.
So cool. All right, so now I think I'm on the right one.
I
The
think so.
end of the page, for some reason, keeps cutting off for me. All right. A department store returns clerk faces down the world's most shameless cheapskate, a man who tries, for the 6th year in a row, to return his artificial Christmas tree on December 26th.
Oh, it's tough.
As his excuses grow more unhinged, her sanity frays, and the battle becomes a holiday showdown for the ages. A sharp, fast, deliciously petty post Christmas comedy.
Awesome. This is "'Twas the Day After Christmas" by Steve Korbar. This is Steve's debut show with Broken Arts Entertainment. I couldn't find much about Steve, and obviously I didn't want to ruin the surprise by reaching out to him and notifying him that he was selected. But he might have written the short film Old Aquatics, starring Mark Atkinson from Selena the series, and Caroline Amiguet, it's French, from the award-winning movie Lucy from 2012, not That Lucy. For those of you that are into the like sci-fi kind of limitless vein. Of course, I might have missed completely, and Steve Korbar is a pen name. We've had
Oh,
two of those so far, like I said before, and made me sign NDAs. So, Steve, I'm ready to sign my NDA if it's not this version of Steve Korbar.
it's just so fun when they don't. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to laugh with this one. Sorry. At the chaotic, understaffed, ugly doctor hospital, two grisly physicians must contend with a dangerously handsome new doctor whose heroics and constant stripping sends their already absurd workplace spiraling. As sound effects malfunction and cries pile up, medicine devolves into mayhem in the self aware radio play farce, a gleefully ridiculous satire where beauty is lethal and budget cuts are deadlier.
All right. And this is Ugly Doctor Hospital by John Busser. Um, and John knows how to write shows that fit the Broken Arts Entertainment brand. This will be John's fourth show. 37
Ooh.
Origami Bees, Hanging On for Near Life, Tailor Made were his other three. John is a Northern Ohio-based playwright, and by his own account, is living proof that 100 monkeys with 100 typewriters still can't write anything as stupid as his usual fare. He said that about himself.
That's
I
great.
can't make that kind of stuff up.
Okay, here we go. Moments before kickoff, a visiting high school football team learns the horrific truth. Their opponents all died in a freak museum accident, and the grieving JV squad will play in their place. Torn between compassion and their coach's desperate obsession with a championship bid, the boys face a moral crisis that no pep talk can fix. A dark, hilarious sports satire about ambition, guilt, and the worst game ever played.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We don't do a lot in sports, which is kind
No,
of
this
ironic
is
since I'm a super sporty dude. But we don't actually do a lot for sports. We have a couple baseball shows that we did last year for Good Vibes Summer. but yeah, not a lot. So this will be fun to do. This is our final show of the selection. It is We Are Cranston by Lisa Della Giarino. This is Lisa's first show with Broken Arts, and as far as we know, our first NYU graduate. Now we've had
Ooh.
Carnegie Mellon graduates, Cal Arts graduates, and some of the other big schools. But this is our first NYU graduate. Lisa was born in Virginia and considers herself a Chicago-based playwright. Though at one point, according to her new play exchange profile, lived in Singapore. Might even still live in Singapore. We don't know. Unfortunately, also, and this is a really unfortunate news, she does not write plays about dinosaurs yet.
It's
So
okay. Yeah,
it's
I think
okay.
we will forgive her.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah. So that is our Make Me Laugh selection. Congratulations to all of our selected people. I'll be getting the laurels out to you here very
Mhm.
soon. In email, and I'll also be sending out. I'll be sending out information about um, I'll be sending out the information about the production dates and things like that. We have a lot of things to do. Our next thing that we do in this process is we have every single member of the company read the shows and find out which shows they fall in love with. We use a want system here, so you guys understand what it looks like. What we do is we'll have our directors select the shows they want to direct and when they are available, and then we'll have our artists, a company of 50 to 60 actors, then they sign up for the slots that they're interested in based on the parts that they want. So it's all a want system, which is great. We just started this process recently and it worked out amazing. And I don't have to chase people around for their schedules, which is the part I love the most. So yeah.
Bingo.
So it's a lot of fun. Very excited to get this one going. And the shows are going to be a riot. And like we said at the beginning, now's a good time. We need people to laugh. So um yeah. And this is also the first time that we have featured multiple international writers.
Yep.
So we have a UK writer and a New Zealand writer. In the past, we did have one UK writer and we've had a Canadian writer. He's in our company. His name is Bernie Horton. And but from a selection standpoint, it's the first time we've had two international selections. So that's cool and different. And we'll be adding new company members here shortly as well. So we'll be adding 10 to 15 new company members, and who knows where they're going to be from. That's going to be exciting too.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be a blast. It really, really is.
It is. It is. The next event on our schedule is our year-end celebration where we hand out all the awards. So we'll have best shows from each anthology, best actor, best performer in a female role, best performer in a male role, best performer in a non-binary role. We do that also for not just to recognize non-binary performers, but also we do a lot of AI. So there's a lot of a not we don't do AI, but there's a lot of AI roles that
There's no AI voices, but yeah, there
no
are
AI.
AI. We have some series,
Yeah, we have some series with
series.
AI. Yeah, yeah. And new this year, we're going to give out some awards for best series performers as well. So we'll have that as well. And then we'll talk about a little bit more about 2026. And you'll want to join us for that. Like that's our big celebration. I think last year we had 80 people join us. We talk about all what our plans are for festivals that we're going to submit to, things like that. And we also give some information on writers, what writers can do to submit. So, yeah, awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Claire, for co-hosting this with me. I
This
appreciate
was
that so much.
so much fun. I promise I will work on how to pronounce demon names before before I do this again.
And we do get demons all the
We
time.
do
Or
get
Cthulhu.
demons.
Like, it's crazy how many demons we
Honestly,
get.
I will practice. I promise.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the whole reason I gave you that section to read. I'm
I,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you've been through a rehearsal performance with Claire, like, and when I write for her, like when I'm writing for her, I'm like, oh God, what do I do here? You know what? I'm just going to make her go for it because it's going to be great for behind the scenes.
I'm making faces.
All the faces
All the
or
faces
the
I make.
or the lead in, like you mentioned, the red lights that you see when you see a word, something, that might be a little tougher to
Yeah,
pronounce.
like the
Yeah.
deer the headlights.
And
You
it's so,
probably have that on video somewhere with some
we
of our.
do. We do. Especially from Just in Time. Actually, some from a fragile mind too. Like I remember talking to Hannah about like, ooh, should I? Yep, I'm gonna make sure I say this word. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It has to happen. And I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it to be in character. But I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. It's been awesome. Congratulations to all the selected folks. Congratulations to everybody who submitted, especially our finalists. Like I said, like it was an amazing group of shows. To get to the finals is absolutely an achievement. To be a finalist, but to be selected is obviously a super big honor, and we plan on doing amazing work for each of our writers. So thank you very much, and have a great night.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.